Wicked, the untold story of Elphaba and Glinda, written and created by Jenne Saunders. Now then, my dears, let me tell you a tale of a world not so different from our own, where magic flows as freely as water. This is Shiz University, a place where young witches and wizards come to learn the art of magic. But you see, even in a world of wonders, being different can be, well, let's just say it's not always easy. Look at those floating books and self-stirring cauldrons, and those little glowing creatures. They're everywhere. Magic here is as common as breathing, each corner holding a new wonder to behold. And that green girl there, that's Elphaba. Poor thing's about to learn that sometimes it's not just spells that need controlling. But don't let her appearance fool you. There's more to her than meets the eye.
Just blend in, Elphaba. Don't draw attention, don't...
Now, don't be too hard on them. People fear what they don't understand, you see. And our Elphaba, well, she's as misunderstood as they come.
Silence, class. Magic is a gift, but it's how we use it that defines us. Remember that.
And over there, that vision in pink? That's Glinda. Popular, pretty, and perfect. Or so everyone thinks. She's the golden girl of Shiz, beloved by all. But even golden girls have their secrets, don't they? But things aren't always what they seem, mind you. And in a world of magic, anything can happen. Especially when two unlikely souls are about to collide.
I can do this, please, just this once.
Poor Elphaba. If only she knew what was coming. Sometimes, my dears, our greatest strengths can also be our greatest challenges.
Earth, air, fire, water.
And that's when it happened. Elphaba's magic, wild and untamed, burst forth like a storm. It was beautiful and terrifying all at once, a raw display of power that would change everything. And in the shadows, a figure watched. Someone who saw not a mistake, but power, raw, unbridled power, the kind that could change the world or destroy it.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. The wizard will want to know about this one.
And well, that's how our story truly begins. A tale of two witches, as different as night and day. But in a world of magic, my dears, differences have a funny way of bringing people together. And sometimes, the most unlikely friendships can change the course of history. So are you ready for a tale of magic, friendship, and the power of being true to yourself? Then let's begin the story of Wicked. Now then, where were we? Ah yes, our Elphaba, all alone after that wee magical mishap. The poor dear felt more out of place than ever, her unique gifts seeming more like a curse.
I don't belong here. I never did.
Elphaba? That was, well, it was rather impressive, actually.
You're not afraid of me?
Afraid heavens no, I'm positively emerald with envy.
And just like that, my dears, a most unlikely friendship began to bloom.
We should practice together. I could help you control your magic, and maybe you could teach me to be a bit more spontaneous.
I'd like that.
And so, dear friends, a most extraordinary friendship began to take root, one that would change both their lives forever.
Flowers bloom and grow.
The room was full of beautiful flowers, pink and green, that sparkled like diamonds. It was incredible, breathtaking.
Wow, Elfie, they're dancing! They're beautiful and they are pink and green.
As days turned to weeks, their magic grew stronger, and so did their bond.
The green girl's power is growing. We must inform the wizard.
You know, Elfie, sometimes I feel like I'm just playing a part. Always having to be perfect, it's exhausting. But with you, I can just be me.
And I've always felt like an outcast. But when I'm with you, I feel accepted.
It was a right touching moment, I tell you, but life has a funny way of throwing curveballs, doesn't it?
Attention, students. The annual Shiz Sorcery Showcase is next week. Prepare to demonstrate your most impressive spells.
Elfie, we should perform together.
I don't know, Glinda. What if something goes wrong?
Nothing will go wrong. We're stronger together, remember?
And so, our unlikely duo threw themselves into preparation, their combined talents creating magic beyond anything Shiz had ever seen. And so, the day of the showcase arrived. The air was thick with anticipation, and just a smidge of magical mishaps. Next up, Glinda and Elphaba?
Elements unite, earth and sky ignite.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was a sight to behold, my dears. Their magic, once so different, now blended in perfect harmony. But as the crowd cheered, a figure watched from the shadows, their eyes gleaming with interest. And just like that, my dears, the winds of change began to blow. Now then, my dears, remember how I said the winds of change were blowing? Well, they were about to turn into a right storm, they were.
Impressive display, ladies. The wizard himself has taken notice.
The wizard? Oh, Elphie, can you believe it?
What does the wizard want with us?
Not both of you, my dear. Just you, Elphaba. Your power. It's unlike anything we've seen.
Oh, but you should have seen the look on Glinda's face. It was like someone had nicked her last toffee.
The wizard offers you a position of great influence. Together we can reshape our society.
Reshape how?
There are other, different individuals. They need to be controlled for the greater good.
Elphie, this is your chance. You'll be accepted, respected.
By oppressing others. Glinda, how can you say that? I will not be used by the wizard. It's obvious he has no power. He just wants to use me as his puppet to hurt others. He is a fake.
And just like that, the first crack appeared in their friendship. Like a tiny fissure in a dam, you know it's only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down.
I won't do it. I won't use my power to hurt others.
Did you hear? Elphaba refused the wizard.
They say she's planning to use her powers against us.
Poor Elphaba found herself alone again, shunned by the very people who had cheered for her just days before.
Due to recent events, Elphaba has been deemed a threat. She is hereby expelled from Shiz University.
Wicked, wicked, wicked.
And there was Glinda, caught between her friend and her future. Oh, the choices we make in our youth.
I'm sorry, Elphie, I can't go against everyone.
Then you're no different from them. Goodbye, Glinda.
And with that, Elphaba fled into the night, her heart as heavy as a lead balloon.
Come on, work. Why won't my magic work?
But you see, my dears, sometimes when we're at our lowest, that is when we cannot think straight or do anything. But suddenly, Elphaba felt the students were in danger, and she ran back to help them. Out of nowhere, the Shiz University was in chaos. The professors turned on the students. Because Elphaba was supposed to go to the wizard, and she refused, they started taking out their anger on the poor students, telling them to obey them or they would kill them. The students were terrified. If anyone was wicked, it's these guys. But Elphaba flew in to rescue her fellow students. Well now, my dears, are you ready for the grand finale? Hold on to your hats because our Elphaba's about to show everyone what being wicked really means.
I'm back, and I'm not hiding anymore.
But our Elphaba wasn't about to go down without a fight. Oh no, she had a few tricks up her sleeve, she did.
Roots and vines rise and entwine.
Elphie, I was wrong. Can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. Now shall we show them what two witches can do?
And oh my dears, what a sight it was. Green and pink magic swirling together like the most delightful cotton candy you've ever seen.
By our friendship, by our might, banish darkness, bring the light.
And just like that, together they saved everyone, from the real wicked witches, the professors. Thank you, little one, for reminding me of the magic in being different. And as our two witches took to the skies, I couldn't help but think, sometimes what the world calls wicked is simply wonderful in disguise. And true friendship, well, that's the most powerful magic of all. And as they soared into the sunset, I knew this was just the beginning of their adventures. But that, my dears, is a story for another day. But before we go, did you ever wonder why the ruby slippers were so important to Elphaba? Well, the jeweled shoes were a gift to Nessarose, who was Elphaba's sister, by her father when she went to Shiz University. After she became the governor of Munchkinland, her sister, Elphaba, enchants them to give her the ability to walk, as Nessarose was in a wheelchair. So when Elphaba cast a spell on the then silver slippers, Nessarose could walk normally by changing the color from silver to ruby, and the rest of the story of the ruby slippers starts with Dorothy Gale. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on that bell all to receive all my new videos and updates. Don't forget to like and share my video. Lots of love and kisses, Jenne Saunders.